know about you guys, but I am so ready for August to be over and to move on to a new budget month. Every single month when we get towards the end of the month here, today is the 24th, so it's kind of coming to an end. I get so excited to move on to the next month and have a fresh start, even though I guess technically I get a fresh start every week since I budget weekly. But I'm just antsy. I don't even want to do this. I wanted to skip out on my expense tracking and my budget results and just move right into next week's budget to try to kind of get through the rest of August and move on. But I had to stop myself. We are still in August. We still have plenty of work to do for our August budget before we can close it out. And so that's what we're here to do today. We're going to track my expenses from August 17th through the 23rd, the third week in August. And then once I've done that, I can figure out my budget results for the week. Then we can move on to this last kind of full week in August before September really gets started. So September is one of my favorite months. It's back to school time. It's back to routine, which I cannot wait for. Don't get me wrong, I love having my guy here at home with me, my son Austin, who's 13. He's going into 8th grade. I've really enjoyed spending extra time with him and getting to do lots of fun things this summer, but I'm really, really craving that back to school routine. So I'm ready for September, but let's not wish time away, right? Time goes by so fast anyway. September will be here before we know it. So let's just get started tracking my expenses. Hi, by the way, I'm Jessie. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. Lately it's been less lifestyle and just mostly budget videos, but I really want to get back to some other lifestyle things, some vlogs, more grocery hauls, that sort of thing. So if you would enjoy that type of content, leave me a comment down below. Let me know. If you don't want to see that and you just want all the budget videos, you can let me know that in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So, how was last week? It was good. I feel like I did a lot of food spending, which seems to be kind of the norm lately. I feel like if it wasn't for overspending on food, I could have been debt-free already. You guys know I sit down, I write my budget every week in an effort to pay down debt as quickly as possible and get rid of our credit card debt, but it seems like all my extra money lately is just going towards food. Grocery prices are going up, I've been lazy, and eating out a ton, so I need to get that under control. For September, we're definitely going to be raising our grocery budget, but we're going to be trying to eat out less in September, so we'll see how that goes. I might do I don't know about no eating out challenge for September, but maybe like a minimal eating out challenge for September. We'll see. I'm very rambly today, have you noticed? So let's get this done. Alright, so I took a second to kind of get my life in order, figure out all of my cash situation, and I looked at my credit card statements. I also grabbed my stickers that I use for color coding my transactions. I track my spending using a calendar. Each one of my spending categories gets its own color stickers that I make myself using my silhouette portrait. And then that way throughout the week, I know that if I spent money on food, it gets written in yellow. If I spent money on gas, it gets written in pink, and so on and so forth, so that I can easily separate out my transactions, figure out what I was spending in each category, and on what day the spending happened. Then at the end of the week, I can just count up all the yellow stickers, add all the totals up, and I know that's what I spent on groceries and eating out for the whole week, and it just makes it super simple. So I have all my stickers here, and we're going to start with food because that's where I did the most damage. I am over budget again this week, as I mentioned. I can't seem to get it under control, so it is what it is. We're going to raise the grocery budget in September for sure. So we're going to start out with the 21st. I did all of my spending over the weekend. I've been trying to get my grocery spending on track with getting things at the weekend so that I'm all prepped and ready for the week. Hopefully that makes sense. So we are starting out with, well, that was groceries. I guess we did some eating out during the week. So on the 18th, I went to a little local pizza place, and we ordered dinner for the fam, and that was $34.80. So I'll go ahead and stick that down. Definitely eating into our buffer this week. We don't have nearly as much as I expected to roll over into next week because of all of this food spending. Plus, spoiler alert, I'm over budget in my personal spending. I feel like I've just been slipping a little with our budget, so that's one of the main reasons I'm excited about September and a fresh start, and really like cinching everything back down and getting back on track, because I feel like the track is so far gone right now. So that was that, and then on the 21st we did Burger King for the family, and that was $22.23. Then we had grocery deliveries. Actually, I signed up for Walmart Plus, and I can tell you right now that that's going to be a problem because it's so easy just to click on there and have groceries delivered. Much different than having to actually drive to the store and buy something. So I noticed this past week there was some impulse things, like I needed bread, but I can't get a grocery delivery unless I spend $35, so I was putting extra stuff in the cart to hit that $35. So I need to get better organized with my meal plans and my grocery shopping. I think that Walmart Plus is going to be a great asset for us when we're super busy in the fall, and then in winter when it's dreary and snowy and I don't want to go out in the cold, but it's definitely going to take some self-discipline to not overspend and just like have grocery deliveries coming 3 times a week, right? So we did $161.05 on the 22nd from Walmart. So that was yesterday, and I got everything I needed, I thought, but then when I was kind of going through and doing some meal prep this morning, I realized that I was short a couple things I needed, so then I placed a second grocery delivery order, but like I said, I had to hit that threshold to have the food delivered, so I got extra things. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it's okay because that means that we have extra stuff on hand for next week. That should mean I spend less next week, but for this week, it put me over budget. You know what I'm saying? So definitely gonna have to get that under control. So then it was $37.04. And then of course you have to tip the delivery driver, and I did $10 for that. So definitely something I'm gonna have to get under control, but I do think it's gonna be a really great asset for us, like I said. I just have to make sure that my self-control is in check. So the 22nd was $161.05. That's down here. Then we had $37.04 plus a $10 tip on Monday. So if I am just doing a grocery delivery once a week and I'm really thoughtful about how everything is going, it'll be just fine. But if not, and I do silly things like this where I'm placing multiple orders because I can't get myself organized, then that's going to be an issue. So that's all of the food spending for the week. Now we're going to move on to my spending. I did not have to get gas at all this week, so that's good. There's no gas expenditures. That'll help make up for some of this overspending in some other areas. But as I mentioned, I am over budget as well because I only gave myself $20 in spending money this week because I overspent my spending money last week. But then I just went ahead and spent money I didn't have. So I ordered and it's so silly because I haven't even been using Erin Condren products, but I ordered the seasonal surprise box. It was just kind of an impulse. And so that was like $42 and change. I'm going to round it up to $43. So if it was a typical week when I had given myself $40 spending money, it wouldn't be so bad because I'd just be a couple dollars over. But because I cut my spending money a little bit shorter, I'm definitely like way over budget. So that was on Sunday. It is what it is. Again, it's not like we are accumulating a ton of debt by going over budget in these few areas. We do have a buffer in our account, but still, I've definitely eaten into my buffer quite a bit, and that's not what I want to do. So, miscellaneous spending. I took that miscellaneous $20 and I gave it to my son for helping me out. Over the weekend, we spent a ton of time cleaning and organizing my house, and it's still far from perfect, but we're really trying to get ourselves set and situated for the school year. He helped me out a ton, so I threw him an extra $20 and I just took that out of the miscellaneous category. It was really like above and beyond what he typically does. You know, it was like moving around furniture and going through and decluttering and purging things. So he was a huge help. So he definitely earned that $20. That was miscellaneous spending. For our bills, really quickly, Lowe's came out. I did make that. That was my minimum payment for Lowe's. I did make that payment. Subaru was... what was the exact number? Let me take a look at my calendar here. It's like $386 and change. How are you all doing? I am sitting down and filming this on Monday. I'm really looking forward to the week. We've got so many great back to school like things happening. We've got a meeting for soccer and we've got open house for the school. So I'm really excited about that. $386.91 was my Subaru payment, and that did get made. Car insurance and motorcycle insurance actually have not come out yet. They're scheduled to come out today on the 23rd, but they haven't yet. So most likely that'll come out either today or tomorrow, and I will just wait and write those in. They're pretty much always as expected, so I'm not expecting anything crazy with that, but I just can't mark them off yet because they haven't come out of my account. So let's just take a look at my key here. We took care of bills, we took care of food, there was no gas spending, took care of my spending and miscellaneous. We didn't have anything classified as other or unbudgeted. We budgeted for everything, we just went over that budget. So there's that. The only other thing then that I need to write in is our extra debt payment, which I did make on Tuesday, and that was $80 that I paid to Lowe's. And I did make that payment. So that is it for my spending for the week. I did have some no spends, so I am going to go ahead and stick some no spend stickers down. Actually, am I? Because I don't know. Ah, here they are. Here's my no spend stickers. So let's see. We did have spending on some of these days, but it was from our sinking funds, which I'm thinking of putting my sinking fund transactions back in my calendar, because when I have a week where I feel like I've spent a ton, but then I see all these no spend days, it's like messing with my brain. I know I spent a ton of money this week, but it all came out of sinking funds. So if I can glance at this calendar and see those transactions in here, I think it will make more sense to my brain. It would still be considered a no spend day because I only track I track my no spend days on days when I don't spend anything from my cash envelopes, essentially. So I don't know. I'm just rambling. We'll see how it goes, but I'm thinking about putting those transactions back in here. Let me know what you guys think of that. Oh, there's so many no spend days here and I feel like I don't deserve them. Oh, because I'm in the wrong week. Why didn't you guys tell me? Here I am trying to fast forward through time again. We're only in the 3rd week of August, not the 4th week of August. Silly Jessie. So, luckily I print these stickers on removable matte paper, so I can easily just, you know, pick them up and move them, which is good news. So I put a no spend sticker on, like for example the 20th here, even though there is a spending tracker there because that's a bill. I don't count that. As I mentioned, it's just the cash envelopes. So on Wednesday I spent money on food, so that's a spending day. But this Friday, for example, the only spending I did was to pay a bill, and that's something I have to do, so that's that. So that's it for my transaction tracking for the week. I apologize if this video was kind of all over the place. I'm a little out of sorts this morning, Monday morning, you know how it goes, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I post new budgeting and lifestyle content here on my channel every single week. I'd love to have you come back, you know, join the fam. Make sure you check out my Etsy shop if you're interested in my budget printables. I have that link down below as well. I appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!